Well, it looks like the weed-eating goats have moved on to their next assignment. After spending a week at the Congressional Cemetery, we're told they're now headed to the beach.
I thought they were headed to your front yard. Well, their owners tell us that they will be chewing on more invasive plants at a beachfront property now. Hatzavela checks out the work that they did here.
Curious to see what was inside, this mom and little boy got a glimpse of the infamous cemetery goats. After a week's worth of chewing and mowing, these so-called employees were ready to go back home.
I have all my goats, so if there's any here, they're yours.
While they waited, their owner cleaned up a bit and gave us insight into the life of a working goat.
The biggest thing we had here was bush honeysuckle.
That and English ivy, and apparently these goats don't mind eating the dangerous stuff.
A good bit of poison ivy. Some morning glories on the fence, and a lot of Japanese honeysuckle on the fence.
58 goats hired to graze and fertilize the historic Congressional Cemetery, 24 hours a day for 6 days. You think by now they'd have their fill. Not so much.
They certainly ate a lot of grain getting on the trailer, so they're not admitting it if they are.
On to the next chopper. Once again, they'll be paid with food. But they love DC, so they'll likely be back next year.
This is a great time of year to do it just because there's nothing else going on in DC and it's easy to get in and out.
DC to go?
Once again, they'll be able to roam the 35-acre historical landmark in Southeast DC. Hatzavela, ABC 7 News.